All right, I'm joined again by meteorologist Daniel McDonald with a check of your forecast. Daniel, if someone maybe wants to do a little gardening today, is it going to be that kind of weather?
Well, I think we're going to have some pretty cooperative conditions here, at least compared to yesterday, with a very low rain chance ahead for all of us within the Mid-South. Now, it may not look like it in a couple of areas, including within Cordova, where we do have some cloudy skies for the moment, overcast conditions that are, that are going to be improving quite a bit as we do head towards later on into the afternoon. A lot more sunshine and even the return of temperatures in the 90s today. I do think Memphis will be one of those spots, and it looks like a pattern that should contain many days like that ahead is going to be taking shape here. Right now, the temperatures are going to put us within the 70s here for the moment. It looks like around 75 or so within Cordova is that current reading, as we do have what looks to be a temperature range in the rest of the region that is about the same in the mid-70s here. Current conditions showing that visibility is reduced to only about 5 miles within the city of Memphis. The rest of the area here looking pretty clear, and overall fog is not quite as present as it was earlier. Now, there are no spots here anywhere within our or surrounding regions that are under a dense fog advisory. We did have one earlier until about 10 a.m. for all of our Tennessee counties, and then for some of us west of the area in Arkansas near Little Rock. No longer is that the case, as wind speeds are picking up here, at least to that 5 to 10 mile per hour range, and that has helped eliminate any sort of obstruction on the ground there. The rest of today, I don't really think we're going to have any sort of real aspects of the forecast to watch out for. A slight chance of some showers and maybe a storm or two, but certainly less than yesterday or even any other day so far that we've seen this week, as temperatures are going to be reaching the 80s very soon. Some of us here north of Memphis, I think, will stay in the 80s, 90s expected, including in Memphis and just to the south. The dew point here is still pretty high in the mid-70s, and it's going to be a bit higher than yesterday as a result. But I still think overall this is not going to be nearly as oppressive or really just as hot as the earlier part of this month here. And this weekend especially, I do think that with just the heat and humidity being on our radar, not any sort of rain chance like we have seen the past couple of weekends, we are looking at, again, some very cooperative conditions, very comfortable. I'm not sure if that would be the best descriptor to use, but it is certainly going to be an improvement from what we've seen lately, as temperatures will eventually climb again into the mid-90s and result in a heat index around 100 degrees, but nothing that I think would warrant a heat advisory or any other sort of issuances here that we have, again, seen many of lately. But right now, the clouds and radar here showing that the clouds are starting to move off to the north a bit. We're already looking at more sunshine across the delta here within Arkansas and Mississippi, and that should lead here to a mostly sunny day in Memphis with west winds at around 11 miles per hour. The rain chance at about 20. It should be about 20 here throughout pretty much every hour here of the daylight times for our July the 16th, and it doesn't seem that overnight we'll have any sort of continuing rain chance. Partly cloudy with clear skies. The winds may be shifting a little bit more so back to the southwest, and this is really going to just be the sort of dominant pattern that keeps those skies relatively clear and dry the next couple of days, as our models are only showing just a few little blips of some green, light green colors and some cells with a lot of sunshine in between. That's really indicative of just a few showers forming without really any sort of thunderstorm activity these next few days. As you can see, going all the way through Saturday, Sunday, and then even into Monday, it looks like those chances are going to stay at or below 20%. I think 10% is going to be in store from Saturday through at least the first half of next week. Not quite at zero. It's just sort of that kind of pattern here this time of the year where we do have a little bit of heat and humidity that just does sort of just negate the possibility of having just really no chance of rain. But I think definitely the lowest sort of stretch we have had so far this month of drier days is ahead, with, again, temperatures that are going to be hot. But I think given the sort of temperature range that we have seen here, the heat index is not going to follow suit as being quite as bad. Around 100 degrees again is what we expect here starting Saturday, and then maybe continuing through at least Monday or Tuesday. But a little more cloud cover as we head into next week with those temperatures, maybe making it feel just a little less oppressive. But I think the bottom line here is that this weekend is going to be the driest, the most cooperative for those of us that really do want to make a big trip here somewhere or just spend a lot of time outdoors. It will be hot and humid. Not quite, though, as bad as 4th of July, and of course, with less rain chances, this is going to be a more ideal forecast heading forward. I think hopefully this will be a trend that continues as we continue on into the second half of the month of July.